everyone. On today's episode of Blocky's Garage, we'll be working on this thing. We're going to get the fenders off, radiator support out, try and get the motor out. There's some things I need to do to the engine. I got to shorten up the headers, but let's dig in. I got some of it off already. It's just so rusty, I can't get the bolts out. So, I have to cut them off, drill them or re-weld them on, and tap them or put a nut on the other side. Whatever works, whatever is the best. What do you guys do for rusty bolts? Put it in the comments below. If you want. Hopefully this DeWalt 20-volt grinder will do the trick. I'm gonna throw a little thing down. It's a little chilly in here yet. In the middle of winter in Iowa. Get a light. Alright. Oh, yeah. There you go. This was a manual power steering. Manual. The steering was manual. They made it power steering. Power assist. That was easy. I'll have to replace that bottom part of that fender, but we knew that going into it. I have to rebuild all this. Hopefully the other side's a little easier. That's pretty rough. Got a little metal work to do. Alright. So let's try and get that fender well out of there. I'll go around and put all new bolts in this. It's spicy in here. But the floor's still cold. Okay. We'll save that for later. Main objective is just to get to this. Worry about that stuff another day. Pull this out. Probably put it on an engine stand. The tranny's already rebuilt. Yeah. Alright, try and do the other side. Nope. Oh, like butter. It's nice that these ain't cracked. They get them little dry, spider webby looking things. One for sure I'll have to cut off. Otherwise, it might be it. Oh. Woo! Okay. There's 3 of them I'll have to cut. You ever just go home and lying in bed and think, wonder how much rust's in my eyes? Yeah, me neither. Well. Hello? Okay. We'll save these for later. They have a lot of work that needs to be done on them. Whew. Really would like to take this piece of chrome off all the way down the car. I think it'd look cleaner, do a little custom. You know, not much custom, but some. The reason behind cutting the bolts off, I didn't want to just impact them and mess all that metal up. I kind of know how it goes back together when I go to put it back together. Alright. Fender well. This battery tray is in place. Hope you guys can hear me. My furnace is running. Need to bring them BTUs up. What was I doing? Oh. Yeah. We'll probably stick this inside as well. Just don't want overspray to get all over the nice shiny aluminum. That's just regular Jags intake setup with rails. I'm going to take some paper towels and shove them in the intake holes because you just don't want nothing falling down in there, you know. We're just going to go ahead and start pulling off like the ignition coils, water pump, all pulleys, except for the crank pulley. These are just regular old 5.3 ignition coils off of 2006. I do have new holders for them, so we'll be cleaning those up, putting new holders on after we get everything painted. Five and 7 spark plugs. Probably gonna have to customize these boots and put an elbow on them. Can't have them rubbing on the exhaust manifold. It'll just create a misfire. We want no power. We'll have to get new ones of these exhaust gaskets. You're supposed to change them out anyway. I have reused them before. They never leaked, surprisingly. Your intake and your oil pan and your valve covers and your valley cover, those gaskets, if they're not too bad or too many miles on them, you don't really need to replace them. They're reusable. Yeah, we'll probably definitely still put new ones in. Get some rags. Got a little bit of a leak. Want to try and save on the oil as much as we can, not to reuse it, but to keep it off of the stuff we're gonna paint. It'll just save on degreaser and make life a little easier. I'll get you in here. These IC billet housing brackets are pretty nice. Not real expensive. Just a turnbuckle here to tighten the alternator up. Bolts directly to the water pump. No real modification, but you do have to pull off your power steering pump pulley in order to get that bracket on there. Otherwise, relatively easy. This is a little inline port that you can get from Mitsumoto. I've used these several times on a few vehicles. They work really well. You don't have to just not have your steam ports working. Since this is getting a new water pump, we'll have to pull this thermostat housing off. I do have a new thermostat, but we'll need to save this. They don't come with them. I don't have a power steering pump puller here with me today, so that'll have to wait. Maybe I'll do it on the engine stand. It's relatively easy if you have the tool. If not, it's not very easy. So I think we're ready to go underneath and loosen up the training cross member, tail shaft, probably the cooler lines, unless I want to take them with me. There's some electrical stuff down there, and I'll just split it out here, obviously, but might have to get it up in the air more for that tail shaft to swing down. It does look like the pan's leaking, so that's good. I'd rather have that leak than a seal or a crack in the case. But we'll start getting her pulled out. Alright, bend down. Bend down. Okay, we're back at her. I think what I'm going to do is pull this shifter linkage off first. Maybe a brake booster because it's right in the way. Well, can I just not drop anything? Whoa, what is that? And it's free. Now we can pull that booster off. Oh, those doors shut so good. It's really a shame that I gotta take them off. Alright, where was I? Where's my wrench? Whoa! Come on now. Come on. Should have brought some ratcheting wrenches, those suckers sure do come in handy. Well, come on. Okay. Yeah. Brake fluid everywhere. Alright, now we can get down into this shifter linkage. I got these shifter linkages from Locar. I don't really know how to say it. Maybe somebody else does. Those are 1/2 inches, not 9/16. Idiot. But the Locar brand is a really good brand. Not trying to sell anybody Locar, but they've got me out of some jams that I had to deal with, like transmission shifting or dipstick, or I guess they got all sorts of stuff. And the stuff that they make it's a wide variety of like motor swaps or switching to like a 5.3 or 6.0, or even your normal small block Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, whatever. All right. What is this? Oh. Hopefully I got enough room. Oh yeah, speedometer. Okay, I gotta pull this off right here. Hope you can see that. My light's being... There we go. Pull that off. That's the shifter linkage. Over there, somewhere, I'll have to pull the speedometer cable off. I gotta grab a wrench. I'm gonna have to jack this up, get my big belly in there. The cups coming undone. It's cold on the floor. Whoa. Shifting her through the gears, boy. Well, there we go. Don't really want to pull this off just because I have it kind of set where I need it. I'll have to go, if I pull it off, I'll have to go through the shift ranges again, and it's just kind of a pain. I'm gonna try and leave that on there. Hopefully it don't get caught on nothing. Hopefully this thing right here is the kick down box. Hopefully that comes out with a nice ease. Otherwise I'm gonna be fighting the headers with that. Trying not to lose all this hardware, like that washer that just flew away. Alright. There's that. Whatchamacallit? Well, I forgot the name of it. Speedometer cable. This is a VSS sensor. Can't remember where I got it. I think you can get one from an S10. Don't quote me on that. But this just tells the computer for the 5.3 how fast it's going. It's kind of a neat little thing. That way you can tune in like your speed, like your transmission shifts or whatever. This is just a turbo 400, but it's kind of nice to have. I think we can take those bolts out. Those should be 5/8 or 9/16. And then motor mount bolts, and I think it's ready to come out. The drive shaft should just slip out of there by itself. Oh, tranny lines. I gotta get those tranny lines over there, right there, out. Oh, good. I didn't put any nuts on the motor mount bolts. So they'll just come out. That one either. They're just slid in there. Oh, I forgot about this dipstick. I got a new one. So I might just yeah, yank her on out of there. Well, I think I'm just gonna put a chain on it. See what I can do. Strap this thing on here. Try not to bend or hit anything. Okay. Put a bolt back here. Bolt up here. If I can find one. Metric. Normally I just use the bell housing bolt. So I'm not taking that out. Now I gotta find some. And I can rob it. Down she goes! Yeah, I can rob some somewhere, somehow, somewhere. Oh, yeah. Wonder how many times I'm gonna drop that. I'm quite a clumsy person, so drop a lot cool. That thing. One. Ah, there's another. You want to kind of, if you're using the head, you want to get them in there pretty good. I've had it to where this is actually broke. Luckily it wasn't in the air, so it didn't damage it too much. Might have to let this down, push it back. Might be able to come through the side of it that way. Pull that engine out. Alright. Power tools. Oop. Now these are hard sometimes to get out. There's just an O-ring in there, but they like seal themselves straight into the block. So 90% of the time, you don't break it off in there. Just cut it off. Just hack her off here. We're getting a new one, so make it 10 times easier to get out of there. Out the block, it makes it extremely hard to get out of there. And I mean extremely hard. You got drills and punches and you name it. What I think I'll do now is go get the cherry picker. Pick this guy up. If I can get it over here. It is a mess back here. Might try and come in at an angle and then just out. Well, this will be alright. Boy, those are so tight. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. This crank sensor out. There we go. Should just come out with that, because I mean, this is that and that is this, which makes this part of that, and then you put them together with this and that. I don't know. Hello? There is just transmission fluid everywhere. Idiot. Kind of figured that was going to happen. We're going to lose it anyway because I got to pull a pan off to change that gasket. So, we'll just consider this a flush. Yep. Okay, I got the tranny draining into a pan to catch 20% of it because the rest is on the floor. And we won't be able to reuse it because I got the drain pan that was full of water, sticks, and a colony of ants. But it looks good. It looks good coming out. That's positive. And keep these blankets around. Old blankets, you know? Put them in the garage. In case you ever want to take a nap or soak up some oil. Going on up out of the engine bay. Come on out of there. Don't break anything. Looking good, looking good. Take this ECU out of here. 8mm on these connectors. Just kidding. Like I was saying, these are 7mm. And they just come out and the bolts stay in there. Wiggle them on out. Sometimes you have to kind of pry on them. Yeah, that one came out. There we go. These are red and blue, which means this is an older PCM and like a drive-by wire kind of setup. The newer ones, like I believe it's 04 or 05 to 06, 07. These change from blue to green, and then it's drive-by wire. I don't know if I said drive-by cable first. This is drive-by cable. newer ones are drive-by-wire. Today, everything's just drive-by-wire. I don't understand it. Why'd you take the simplicity out? Oh, that's why I'm not an engineer, I guess. Alright. Come on out of there, you sucker. Oh. Let's go on a trip out of this place. Get in there so you don't leak on my face. Uh-oh, I hear something. Binding! Get out of there. There we go. I got a lot of work to do on this block. Woo-wee! Oh. I'll unhook this O2 sensor. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Can we make it? I said, can we make it? Hey. Wow, come on, Leo. Get out of there. Come on. That's how you get in there. There we go. Hello? Uh-oh. Easy jitters. Should have definitely, probably, more than likely, rolled this back a little further. We'll just lift it all the way up so when it breaks and falls, it just really messes it all up. Okay. You never want to pull the top of your cherry picker because it'll tip over. And if you ask me how I know, it says it tipped over. Okay. giant rags here. We have a oily mess. Okay, kind of figured it was gonna be an oily mess anyway, but what are you gonna do? Can't remember if I had them headers on it when I put it in, or if I had them off and then I put them in. I'd really like to know so I know how to do it next time. Yeah. Ooh, doggy. She is messy. Alright. Do some of these tools. Rag. You can pick these comforters up at garage sales or your local Dollar General. They're just nice to have around. Wash them though, just in case. Wait, it's really stuck. I think I'll just set it off to the side until I get something to pick it up with. And like that. Alright. So here's the torque converter. It's a Hodgkin. I don't know. It's Hodgson something. It's a HD Turbo 400. Don't remember what stall. I think it's just a 2000 or 1800 stall. Multiple bolt up to any flywheel. These are great for swaps and conversions. The washers here, you got to make sure you space your torque converter pump out from your torque converter, just so it don't bind in there, and it needs its space, is what I'm saying. It needs room to not just be hammered in there. So you want to make sure the proper gapping is right. Usually it's like 1/8 of an inch or less than 1/8. I don't remember. I don't do this every day, but something like that. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So I'll pull this torque converter off. I can't remember if these are 17s or 15s. I think they're 15s. Ha! What do you know? Come on, there we go. And these should just have your typical 3 bolts holding it on. These are heavy. There we go. Okay, save your shims. Save your bolts. All right. Now we can put it on there. Make sure you cover that up so nothing gets down in there, no dirt or nothing. Go ahead and shove a rag in here. Now we'll jack this up, lift it up, whatever you're gonna call it. Whew. I wonder if it's lunchtime yet. Whew. That's a lot of work for a fat guy. All right, now I just gotta find these bolts. And then hook that up. I think these are it right here. There are 3, only 3? Okay. Alright, so we'll put this on. This should be set up already for one of these. Whoa, buddy! So I just put my motor in my truck with this. After I got done rebuilding it. Alright, I don't remember. Those are a weird size, like something weird. They're just weird. These babies, these are 17s. They're only 17. Slide this out of the way. We gotta. We'll go ahead and hook this guy up. Mate that to this guy. Maybe. Okay. Doesn't really want to go too much. Just give her a little push. The other half of the engine stands running into my furnace. Lift her up. Somewhere where it looks like the height's gonna work. And you just put them on in there. Just put them on in there. There we go. Like that. Let me lock it down a little bit. I'm doing a wheelie. And let her down slow. You don't want her to fall or bend or. Oh no! We're just making a mess everywhere we go. All right. Well, at least she had some good coolant in it. We're gonna switch that to orange. They say green ain't good for you. So, that's what we're gonna do. Go to good old GM Grange. GM Grange. We got her on the engine stand. This is loose. We're gonna straighten her out here. Crank her down, you know? Make sure she don't move. There we go. Boy, do I have a mess. I have just got to get that kitty litter. I should have taken my own advice and went and got some, but kind of wanted to get this done and out. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's a mess. Anyway, here it is. She's out. She's on an engine stand. We are ready to tear it down. Get this picker put away. Get these headers out of there. Get this firewall cleaned up. Get this frame cleaned up. Get the motor cleaned up. I think I'm going to end up putting it back in. Hopefully it's warm here soon so I can get a power washer and power wash a lot of that gunk and old grease and stuff like that off. But I think that might conclude part 1 of this build. There's gonna be a lot of parts. We'll just figure it out as we go, I guess. But I'm gonna clean up in here, move stuff around, because it's getting tight. We're cramped in here like sardines, is what I'm saying. Clean up my oil so I'm not having to roll around in that. Next time, we're going to be pulling the motor apart, cutting the headers, and taking those back together. The motor stuff is going to be fun because it's very dirty and there's a lot of shiny stuff that's going to be going on there. I'll have to bring a puller in to get some of that stuff off. Get that wiring set off to the side. I probably won't do too much with the wiring until I go to put it back in. Just because I'm going to route it different and it's going to be not necessarily tucked, but so it looks nice. Yeah, I think that that'll conclude it for today. Thanks for watching. Remember, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks to everybody that's already subscribed. Remember, your project ain't gonna get itself done, so get out there and work on it. Till next time, we'll see ya.